Okay, does anyone else open the holiday bin and think, "Oh my gosh, these decorations again?"
Oh my God, yes. I totally feel like that. And I found a way. I make it a tradition to add something new to my Christmas decor every year. It keeps it feeling fun and makes it more exciting. This year, I found the cutest little rustic snowman figurine set on Wayfair. And there might be a little bit of a snowman obsession going on with me.
Okay, I was really surprised because you've told me that you've been buying a new snowman since you were 22. So, like, your living room is covered with snowmen during the holiday season.
It is. And I love it. I totally love it. And you know what? Wayfair makes it so easy to find the pieces that make me feel festive and excited and match my style, even the kind of quirky parts. It offers fast shipping, tons of options, and all within my budget.
So, whether you're hosting, you're decorating, or just wanting to add a little holiday cheer, Wayfair has everything from cozy guest room upgrades to wreaths, cookware, and yes, even snowmen. So, get organized, refreshed, and ready for the holidays for way less. Head to wayfair.com right now to shop all things home. That's WAYFAIR.com. Wayfair, every style, every home. Welcome to the No Guilt Mom podcast. I'm your host, Joanne Crone, joined here by the brilliant Brie Tucker.
Well, hello, buddy. How are you?
We're talking about holiday season, guys, because it is coming up. Brie and I have both made our share of mistakes during the holiday season in terms of running ourselves into the ground mistakes.
Oh, yeah. My biggest problem is because back in the day when my kids were little, that was like what, pre-Instagram? That was more of Pinterest. I always thought that I needed to be like as good as the Pinterest moms.
Oh my gosh.
Right? And you put so much pressure on yourself. You put pressure on yourself to have it be a magical experience for your kids. And this is the time of year where it gets crazy because like Halloween is coming up in a week. Did you get the right costume? Are you doing a family costume? And when the hell did family costumes become a thing? Like that
I
is
know.
like,
I see the family costumes and I'm like, that is like one more thing because some families, like I know one in particular, they have a family costume in addition to the regular kids costume. And I'm like, oh, guys, like I couldn't get my husband involved in a family costume anyways because he would not be into that at all. And oh, it's so much stress. But if you're into that, it's great to be into that. Just know that
yeah,
you don't have to do that. You don't
right.
have to.
I'm saying for the moms that it's another thing to try to figure out that it's like you don't have to. And just because your kids see it with other people and they think that they want to do it, if it's going to stress you out, don't do it. Don't do it. But this is what I refer to as the roller coaster time of the season, right? Because once we hit Halloween, you've got like maybe a month if you're lucky, if it's a late Thanksgiving, but you have Halloween, you have Thanksgiving, you have Christmas, you have Hanukkah, you have Kwanzaa, you have New Year's. Like there's so many holidays that are all crunched into one. My pocketbook stresses out, my anxiety stresses out, and my patience, oh, it's gone. It left trains ago. It left the station a long time ago.
In addition to that, in my family, I have my birthday and I have my daughter's birthday as well in
Right?
December. It is like seriously one of those need to pace yourselves kind of month. My husband always dreads it, and I try to balance the dread a little bit. It's hard. And if you're in that situation too, where you have a partner who's just like the Grinch, I love you, Josh, but really, he knows it. He'll own up to it.
And you also have another holiday birthday there because his birthday's right before Halloween. And
Yeah.
mine, the day we're recording this is the day before my birthday. And we're recording
Yeah.
this just a week before Halloween. So, I mean, it's a lot. And there's a lot of things that make it hard for us to stay in a healthy mindset, in a healthy place. And when I say healthy, I'm talking about just like not a mental breakdown. And there's a
Yeah.
lot of things that we can look back on and be like, yeah, if I could go back in time, there are some things I would change. And that is what we're going to share today.
Yeah, we're breaking down the top 5 health traps that moms fall into every October, December so that you know about them and you can spot them when they're happening. And let's get on with the show. So, Brie, there are 5 mistakes that we found that moms make. And I am pretty sure I've made all of these mistakes just to let it out there so that if you're listening right now, there's no shame with this. There's no shame. There's just
Oh,
growth.
yeah. I like to say a lot that everybody needs a ghost of kids' future friend.
Mhm. Yeah.
And that is what we are being here for you guys. Now, granted, our kids are still kids. Like, I only have one 18-year-old and one 17-year-old. So, like, as far as I'm concerned, they are still kids. But looking back at this time of the year, it's gotten easier as I've gotten older because I have learned from these 5 mistakes that I have gone through myself
Yeah.
every year for like the first few.
I've had the, like, don't have the motivation to do anything during the holiday season because of how hard I pushed myself, how I didn't listen to my body, how I didn't listen to what I needed. And I'm looking at this list right now, Brie, and it's funny because the first one I've actually never done because of my
Oh, I
my
have.
opinions about it, and it's
Oh,
skipping sleep to make holiday magic. Sleep's a non-negotiable for me. If I don't get sleep, I am not a fun person to deal with at all. So grumpy, but you have done this, skipping the sleep.
yes, I can tell you that for sure. So the first one is like, don't skip sleep to make holiday magic, in quotations of magic there. I did this every single year on Christmas Eve. I would say probably from like the time they were 2 until they were like 10.
Oh,
And it
man.
was, yeah. Oh, yeah. It was everything from waiting to wrap gifts at the last minute, or this was a big one. I don't know how this started, but I just know it had been going on for a long time. I would creep outside their windows at Christmas Eve and shake a bell so that they thought Santa was on the roof.
Oh my
And
gosh.
oh, yeah. Yeah. And I'm even gonna skip ahead here to Easter. Like, Easter, that stupid little thing that went around when we were little, when our kids were little, the, like, dropping the jelly beans into the
Oh,
yard and then making them grow up as suckers. I don't know if you knew that one.
no.
We didn't have grass, we had a rock yard. So and
Yeah.
we didn't have little rocks, we had big rocks. So, I feel like it was dumb looking back at it now. My kids, we would have them, like, plant jelly beans in the yard, and then I
Mhm.
would have to go out because my husband at the time knew that I was crazy and this was not a good idea. But I had to go out pre-dawn to find the jelly beans and replace them in the exact same spot with a sucker. And if I missed any, the kids would be like, "Well, this one didn't grow." And I'm like, "Oh, must have been a dud." And I'm just like, I crawled around here with a flashlight and my pajamas. Like,
The
yeah.
things that you do that your kids will never know. Well, they will
They
know.
will well, they know now, and now they're like, "Why did you do that?" And probably when they have kids, they'll be like, "Oh, that was so cool." And I'll be like, "No, it wasn't. Don't do it. Don't do it's not worth it. It's not worth it."
It's funny what you look back and you're like, what your parents did for you. Like, my mom always made us like big Easter baskets. It is not
Mhm.
something I do for my kids now. I admire my mom for that. My mom is very good at that. She's very good at that. Not my best, yes.
Yeah,
At
right?
all.
So
Like,
then that
not at all.
I think that leads us into number 2. The second mistake after skipping sleep is saying yes to everything.
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 Yeah.
Right? The
Everything. Like,
class parties, the bake sales. I wanna do Secret Santa. Oh, this friend is doing, like, White Elephant. Oh my
it's a
god. It
lot.
sounds fun.
I did this. It's what led me to eventually break down and feel like I was completely unsupported because I would sign up for all of these activities that,
Mhm.
of course, my husband had no interest in. I mean, good for him looking back in hindsight.
Yeah.
And I would just be completely stretched thin, wanting to cry, not looking forward to the next thing, thinking that I had failed too at everything I signed up for because I would be
Yep.
so self critical. Like if it was a white elephant gift exchange, I'd be like, I did not get the best gift. And I would go into it with that
Aw.
mentality for everything. I didn't get the best gift for other people. Like, I'm like, I'm
Yeah.
such a horrible gift buyer,
Oh,
that
yeah,
kind of thing.
I know
Yeah.
where you were going with that one for sure.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's a lot of pressure. Like, my big one were the class parties because I felt like I had a flexible job when my kids were in elementary school, and, like, sometimes I was the room mom or I was volunteering in the classroom, so I felt even though nobody said it, I felt obligated that I had to participate because I
Mhm.
had to step up for the parents that couldn't. And to me, I didn't see it as, like, resentful against those parents. I was like, this is something that I should do because I have more time. But then I completely dismissed the fact that the way I had more time was because after my part-time job that I had and picking up the kids from school and doing dinner and doing bath and getting the kids stories and in bed, Then I started working on the decorations for the class party.
Yeah.
Then I started, and plus two, like we didn't have a lot of money. So I was trying to come up with the cutest thing on the lowest budget. And then you added in like food allergies and whether or not the teacher was into it. Like it just,
That's a lot.
it was a lot.
I wanna say, like, there's two things in that. Like, kudos to you for stepping up and making the magic for people. Being a magic maker is a really important job. So kudos to that. And also on the other hand, like boo to society for making that not part of the experience that's planned by other people. That parents who are low on time have to step up to make that magic happen because it's stressful. It's
Yeah.
very, very stressful. And I would look at it as a teacher. And first of all, we didn't have those things at the school I taught at. Our parents were working like 2 to 3 jobs, and it
Yeah.
was just an impossibility for anyone else to come in. And I was so overloaded as it was that, like, the most they got was like a little party to celebrate because I'm just not the most festive minded person. Like, it's always been something I wish I was, but I'm not. I'm just not.
Yeah.
And so I
But it's fine.
appreciate that.
And like you're saying, like looking back at it now, I could have still said yes to the class parties and brought in a box of pre-wrapped brownies from the grocery
Mhm.
store, and the kids would have been just as happy with that as the little brownies I made that were like had like the little pretzels to be spider legs and like a little like witch's hat made out of I don't even remember. I think it was like strawberries. I can't even remember now at this point, but the stuff that I had done, the kids would have been just as happy with it being 10 layers less of Pinterest than what I was giving. But I felt like I needed to impress everybody. And we're here to
Mm.
tell you that, like, no, you don't. No, you don't.
You
You
don't
don't
have
have
to
to say
impress
yes.
anyone.
No. We've gone through two.
2, yeah. Right after this break, we're gonna tell you the 3 other mistakes that moms make and what you can do to kinda counteract them right after this. Nowadays, we're all juggling work, school drop offs, events, appointments, and everything else. So, flexibility in education isn't just nice to have, it is essential.
And that's what makes K 12 powered schools such a fantastic and valuable option. It's tuition free. You heard that, free. Accredited online public school for kindergarten through 12th grade, and it's designed to fit your real family life.
With K 12, school happens wherever there's internet, whether that's from the comfort of home, a grandparent's house, or on the go between activities. It moves with you.
Students can follow a daily schedule that fits their learning style and your family's rhythm, all with the support of certified teachers who are trained specifically for online education.
Plus, there are online clubs and social events so kids can still connect and build confidence no matter where they're logging in from. See why more than 3 million families have chosen K 12 to empower their students. Go to k12.com/ngm today to learn more. That's the letter K, the number 12.com/ngm. k12.com/ngm.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever find yourself playing the budgeting game? Well, with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive, you can find options that fit your budget and potentially lower your bills. Try it at progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law. Not available in all states.
At Blinds.com, it's not just about window treatments. It's about you, your style, your space, your way. Whether you DIY or want the pros to handle it all, you'll have the confidence of knowing it's done right. From free expert design help to our 100% satisfaction guarantee, everything we do is made to fit your life and your windows. Because at Blinds.com, the only thing we treat better than windows is you. Visit Blinds.com now for up to 50% off with minimum purchase plus a professional measure at no cost. Rules and restrictions apply.
Okay, so before the break, Bree, we talked about that skipping sleep to make the holiday magic and the saying yes to everything. The third mistake is the not properly feeding yourself, living on
Oh my
coffee
God.
and leftover crusts and bites of mac and cheese and the like dino nugget that you pick off your kid's plate.
Right?
That is so hard to keep yourself going. I mean, I'm one of those people who gets hangry very, very easily. And if I don't eat, I'm horrible.
Yeah. Well, I get pretty grumpy too, but I totally remember doing this. You're like, "Oh, I'll have time to eat later," or you down like a granola bar on your way between things that you're doing. And because you keep telling yourself, "Well, this is okay for now. It's only
Yeah.
temporary." But we're here to point out to you that, okay, I get it. Right now, it's a week until Halloween when this episode airs. You might be thinking Halloween's like one day. Yeah, but the problem is that right after Halloween is done, you're gearing up for the next holiday and the next one and the next one. So when you keep telling yourself it's only temporary, the temporary ends up being like 3 months long,
Mhm.
and your body is not made to run on that.
No.
It's not going to work. So starting with healthy habits now as soon as you can moving forward is such a huge helper.
It is
So,
it's a really hard thing too because there is a I like using big words, proliferation of candy and sweet stuff too that you tend to easily grab. Like that's
yeah.
something that I do during the holidays a lot. Like I'll grab like, "Oh, my hairstylist has like some fun size Halloween candy. Let's grab some of that. Let's grab some of that." And that's like you're trying to sustain yourself through nutrition that doesn't I want to say neutralize you. Nutrient that doesn't nourish you. There's the
There
word
we
I'm looking
go.
for. There we go.
Well, remember those Snickers commercials?
Yeah,
Like,
Snickers satisfies. You were tricked into thinking that a Snickers bar was all you needed.
I know.
what
Yeah.
liars.
Yeah, that
What-
was awful. That was awful.
Meanwhile, a Snickers bar just makes you crash and makes you like want more food and you're never satisfied. Snickers never satisfies. There goes that advertisement, Brie.
You're right, but for me, it was different. Snickers never it's satisfied because I always wanted more Snickers. I love
Yeah, you
Snickers.
always want more
I don't like
Snickers.
chocolate, but Snickers is the only one that I will eat. I could eat a whole bag of if you let me. Oh
It's
my
not real
god.
chocolate.
Oh, that's probably
No,
why then.
no, it is. It is. I mean, but it's like, the American chocolate where it's more sugar than chocolate.
Oh, that's the key right there because I'm a
Yeah.
sugar fiend. But
Yeah.
okay, all right. So moving on, number 4. This was one that hit you hard.
Yeah. Ignoring your stress signals.
Mhm.
That comes in if you're saying stuff to yourself like, I should be happier or I should be more grateful. That's kind of telling you probably have some stress going on that you want to really push down and hide.
Yeah.
I was trying to do that all through the holidays, thinking like, "Oh, I'm doing this for everyone else." And then no one else thanks you. Everyone else starts to expect it, and you're not seeing the same taking care of you as you are other people. And I think that's where resentment really starts to build. At least it did for me.
Yeah. I mean, you're tired, you're
Mhm.
exhausted, your patience is shorter, you snap, you need a good back massage and shoulder rub like
Yeah.
every day. And you're just like, oh, well, this is just what happens. No, no, it doesn't have to. It really doesn't have to. Yes, the holidays are on the calendar, they happen at certain times. You can't change that, but you can be more aware of things. But I
It's
digress. We're
also
going to
like
come to
the
that.
the energy though that's being brought to each activity. Like something that I noticed when I did volunteer in the classroom after I was a teacher when I was staying home with my son. And I would see parents come in and they would have these huge holiday spreads, but they would be
Mhm.
so stressed out. So stressed out. And the kids would be noticing their stress. They'd be like, okay, let's put this over here. Oh, don't touch that. Don't touch that. Yeah, Billy, don't touch that. Okay. Oh, no, no, no. That's not in the right place over there. Can you put it over there?
That's
Hey, can
me.
you put it over there? Can you?
Yep.
Yeah. And like that stress wears off. And it's one of those things where when I saw it, I had to like back away and I'm like, whoa, I don't know if this person knows what they're doing to themselves. Like,
They
this isn't
probably don't. Yeah.
yeah, it's just like, it's a situation. So if you find yourself in that kind of behavior, that's a signal
Mhm.
that you're stressed out
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
to step back.
And the last mistake that we make, and I am a famous one for this one, you keep telling yourself, it'll get better soon. It'll get better
Mhm.
soon. And particularly, a lot of us will be like, it'll get better in January. It'll get better in February. You're
Yeah.
like, I just got to make it through October, November, December, and it'll get better. And what happens is we end up putting things off, which is fine. Not everything is a 5 alarm fire and has to be taken care of right away. But then what happens is when we come to January, everything starts crashing down. All the
Mhm.
crap we've been putting off, all the things that we hadn't been doing, it just ends up catching up to us. And then it just, it's all
It
there.
blows up.
it
Yeah.
blows up on you. So
And you like
it's pretty
start
bad.
January with being like, oh my gosh, I have all these goals and I'm going to take care of myself now. And those goals usually last 5 days, if
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. At best. At best. So,
And then the
all
cycle
right.
starts again. Yeah.
It starts again. So we are going to now shift gears slightly and we're going to move into how to fix these mistakes. And I think we already were kind of hinting at a lot of these because, again, having gotten out of the phase of where the holidays are magical every single year, like that's the joy of teens, I think. Like when they get older, the expectations change.
They roll you their eyes at most things. And
Well, I would also say, like, we've definitely gotten to the point now where I'm like, okay, you guys are old enough to help. You
well,
want the
yeah.
magic, you got to help with the magic. So,
Yeah.
so for
My daughter actually
starters,
decorated for Halloween. That was like our win because I'm like, it always overwhelms me and I'm not much of a decorator. I don't like the clutter. I don't like all the little things, but I can appreciate them when they're out. I'm like, oh, that's festive. She decorated
I would
because
be the same way. Wonder if, hey, do you think she's up for hiring? Maybe I can hire her to do
no,
some of the
she is way
holiday
too
decor.
stressed right now.
Dang it.
That is not going to happen.
Darn it. All right. So let's start with the one about not sleeping. What are some things that we can do to fix and to stop doing the I'm going to skip my sleep or I'm going to stay up late? What are some things that you do? Because you're very protective of your sleep. You have a good
I'm very
sleep
protective of my
habits.
sleep.
Mm-hmm.
I've always looked forward to reading a novel before bed. Like my reading time is my sacred time and it's like the time like my whole body decompresses. And so I look forward to that decompression so much that I will be like, "Okay guys, I'm going to bed. Good night." And like everyone's still up just so I can have my alone time and be by myself.
I think that's very healthy and very important. So, like,
Mhm.
that sleep routine even can be self care for yourself. And you really do need to like defend it during this time of the year. So, if let's say you are not able and or willing to defend it every day, just shoot for like 3 days, maybe 3 days a week where you're like, this is non negotiable. I go to bed at this time. I don't care what still needs to be done.
Yeah.
I
Do
think
you
that's a
do
good
that?
start.
Do you do that now? How's your sleep now that you're not magic making as much anymore?
Oh, it's way better. It's way
Yeah.
better. Like I have learned now at, 46 that like I got to go to bed. I got to be in bed in my bedroom by no later than 9:15. If I'm
Hmm.
happy, if I had nothing else going on, I didn't have to make anybody else happy and I'm home alone, I will be upstairs in bed by 8:30 actually.
Yeah.
To start the wind down routine. And I have like my eye massage that I do and I listen to my music and I put on my lavender oils and my lavender lotion and like I drift to sleep very calmly. But
That's a good thing.
I don't protect that very well. You know what? That's making me think about that. I'm going to start protecting that a little bit more. I'm going to be a little bit more with my husband of like TV is off. I'm heading upstairs. Join me or don't.
That's basically how I am. It's a join me or don't because my husband always
Yeah.
stays up way, way later than I do.
Yeah.
He jokes that he has a second life because he stays up so much like later than everybody else. And I'm like, kind of, yeah, but
You know what? Yeah, I'm like, honestly, I think I would be happier if he did stay downstairs because like my routine is for me. It's not
Mhm.
for him. And if
No,
he's there next to me, I'm like, oh, is my music too loud? And like, I know he doesn't like the lavender. So then I would be worried that I'm doing too much lavender. And so, like, you know what? I think we're going to have a conversation tonight, like, about
there's
the whole,
nothing
like,
there's nothing wrong about leaving them downstairs and doing their own thing. I think it's very
yeah,
healthy actually for relationships.
yeah. And I think
Yeah.
another thing, too, to bear in mind, like, if you're doing things for your kids during the holidays that go later in the evening,
Mhm.
maybe shifting them up a little bit. Like even like half an hour earlier than what you were going to do it. It's not going to ruin the magic if it's not dark outside. I swear to goodness gracious, it's not. It's
Or
still going to be
ask for
about,
help
oh,
too.
yeah, yeah, for
Ask for
sure.
help doing it so it's quicker and you're
Yeah.
not doing it by yourself. It's not a stressful thing and
So enjoy the self care. Enjoy the self care that sleep gives you because it also gives you the ability to fill your cup. That is a huge
yeah.
thing. And then let's do
Yeah.
one more. We'll do one more tip here for you guys right now of like, let's fix the mistake of saying yes to everything.
Oh, okay. I want to get like longer into this tip.
Oh, okay then.
So we're going to do it right after this.
Welcome to our home. Sorry it's so messy. We're new parents and we're figuring it out right in front of you.
On Two Parents and a Podcast, we talk about the chaos of raising a kid, the reality of our relationship, entrepreneurship, trending topics,
And occasionally why we think dentists might be running the biggest scam in America. Because yeah, parenting takes over your life, but you're still a person with thoughts that go way beyond nap schedule and diaper brands.
Every Thursday, it's us telling stories, sharing hot takes, and probably bickering about something. And now, every Monday, we bring on guests, from specialists to other couples to people in our own community.
So listen on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, or wherever you get your podcasts.
And follow along on social at Two Parents and a Podcast.
So right before the break, we talked about what to do about skipping sleep. Now let's move into the saying yes to everything, because I think there's something deeper going on here when we say yes to everything. It's
Okay.
not just like we can't, you've probably heard advice before to like say yes to less and do less things. And if you've never taken it before, there's a reason. I am in therapy right now. I love
Mhm.
it so much. I'm learning things every single day. And
Wait, can we advocate for people buying therapy as a gift?
I don't know how well that will be received, but
I'm
maybe for
just
themselves.
saying,
Buy it for themselves.
I would love it if my husband's like, here's a gift card to Grow Therapy. Give him a call and have all the therapy you need. I'd be like, heck yeah. But anyway, go
It-
on.
It's a great essential thing, because a lot of the things we do are internal, like thought processes and values we already hold about ourselves.
Mhm.
And my therapist in particular deals with internal family systems, which is basically saying that you have all these different parts in you competing for attention, and you have to validate these parts and tell them that you've got it. They don't need to control the show anymore. And so yesterday we were doing this work in the session, and I have named one of my parts my people pleaser part. And I feel my
Okay.
people pleaser part in my throat and in my chest. Like, it causes me a lot of anxiety, because I will see concern in other people and I'll think I'll need to fix it and make it
Yeah.
better. But then another part in me tells me that no, like this doesn't involve you. And so they fight, and then they cause me tension and anxiety.
I get that.
But yeah, and the work that we did is like noticing where it is. And that's really kind of funny, because my therapist is like, now, can you ask that part to leave your body and just be outside of you? And so it's a lot of visualization. Basically, I found my people pleaser part is a perfect Barbie. And and it's like right here on the side. But the reason I bring this up is because saying yes to everything, it
Mhm.
might be that you have a people pleaser part in you
Oh,
that is
yes.
begging for attention, that is
Mhm.
begging for validation, things to say to your people pleaser part, things that I have to say to mine is, you matter, you are important, no one will leave you, because based on my past, it's happened. So just know, when you say yes to everything, you might have a part of you that wants to please everybody, and that's hurting you.
I think that is a huge mic drop right there. I think that is a big reason a lot of us say yes to everything, because we think that we are less than, like we are letting people down if we don't
Mhm.
do everything and then some.
Yeah.
Because we hear, and you and I have both said this before, we think one of the most awful statements ever said is that you only get 18 Christmases. You
Yeah.
only get 18 Halloweens. And
To which
we're
I'm like,
here-
thank goodness. No,
well,
because
we
they
are
become
here
very stressful if you live that way.
Right?
Yeah.
It is. And we're here to tell you that you get a heck of a lot more than that. You really do. If you have a healthy relationship with your kids where they see about like taking care of yourself and being aware that it's not your job to make everybody happy, you will have a relationship with them where you'll continue to have Christmases, you'll continue to have Hanukkahs, you'll continue to have New Year's, Halloweens, Thanksgiving, all of that stuff after the 18 years. And I can also tell you, as someone who put her blood, sweat, and tears into that, like, I would say the first 6 years, every holiday, I went above and beyond and tried to make it like flashing lights and everything. My kids can barely remember those now. And I'm dealing with a 17 and 18-year-old. They'll be like, I don't remember that. I'll even tell them about the bells. You don't remember the bells on Christmas Eve of Santa being outside your windows? And they're like, no. And I'm like, son of a gun. I
Yeah.
lost so much sleep and froze my tushy off outside doing that. Yeah, you don't need to say yes to everything. Maybe make a list of your no's and ask your family to help you stay accountable to those no's. Like, I am not going to do anything that requires me to make something from scratch.
Yeah.
I am not going to do more than one event in a day. That's a hard one to hold to, I think, sometimes when your kids are little,
And I
you
want to
know?
say another issue with that phrase, you only get 18 Christmases or 18 Halloweens, is that in that phrase, you're totally neglecting what the holiday means to you individually. It's like saying that everything ends, everything fun ends once your kids grow up. And I think that's a horrible, like toxic mentality to deal with
Yeah.
because find your own fun in this. It is not just making things for other people. Go have fun. You're
Yeah.
allowed to have fun.
And I can guarantee you, if you're doing it because you want to make memories for your kids will remember more that I don't want to put guilt out on there because this is no guilt mom. But I mean, I feel like when I would bring up things to my kids, they remember more if I was stressed out
Yeah,
than if I did special wrapping paper or if
it's
we
true.
had the special handprint turkey name cards for Thanksgiving. They
Mhm,
remember more of me being stressed out or tired or cranky. And that's hard. Yeah, that actually leads us into the next one, living on coffee and crumbs. The
mhm.
mistake of not eating healthy, just grabbing what you can when you can because you're so busy. I think that goes hand in hand with the saying yes to too much, doesn't it? Like,
Yeah, not putting the priority on your own nourishment and your own self. Like, you are a person too. You do not need to martyr yourself to make these magical memories, which your kids, like, to follow up on what you said, Bree, kids notice your mood more than they notice if you have the handprint paper.
yeah,
Or if you made, like, the perfect meal that they loved. In fact, kids would probably just like you to make easy mac and fish sticks or chicken nuggets most of the time.
yeah,
But when you neglect your own food, it's like putting yourself on the back burner, and this is something I've done before. I'm much happier if my meals are balanced, if they don't have sugar. Like, there's everything about your internal blood sugar and organs and,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
brain chemistry with what you eat, like, it's a thing. And when you run out of food and energy, oh, it's bad.
yeah. You know what? Moms who are fed yell less. That's science. That is
They
science, people.
moms who are
Hangry is a
fed yell
thing.
less.
Hangry
It
is
is
a
a
thing.
thing.
So how do you fix that? You commit to yourself that I'm going to have one, like at least one whole meal a day. And if you can do that anchor meal at lunch, I think that's huge. That like helps a ton because
Yeah.
it can definitely
It
get
helps
you
a
in
ton to
there.
have a set breakfast too. Like, I have a set breakfast I have every morning. It's scrambled eggs and
Yeah.
a tortilla. That's it. Or some black beans with that. Or I have, frozen protein waffles, and I put, like, sugar-free syrup over it.
I think protein, that is one of the things that I like right now. I would almost say it's a fad, but I mean, it's not like, but how everything like protein is is seen as something that people need more in their diets these days. And so it's
Yeah.
way easier to find things that have protein in them. And I think that that is helpful right now because like I used to think eating an English muffin would be enough to get me going, but like, no, it's not. So just be thoughtful about what you're putting in your body and it's what your body needs. So
Yeah. Absolutely.
yeah, and that coffee and, like, jelly beans do not last long. They don't.
They don't.
Personal
And I think this
experience.
goes hand in hand with, mistake number 4 about ignoring your stress signals. Food
Yes.
helps with stress. It really, really does. And if you are finding yourself stressed, don't look at it as a personal failing in your willpower or your stamina. I mean, that is how
Right.
I used to
It's
look at it
not.
with me. I'm like, I wish I should work out more and I should eat healthier because I would be able to take this. Or like other people are
Exactly.
able not to be stressed. How do I do that? Like, that's not what it's telling you. It is telling you take a break. If you have tight muscles, if you are snapping, I want you to hear my voice in your head. Take a break. That's what it's telling you. You are strong. You are doing everything in your power. Humans need rest, period. You can't get around that.
Yeah. Our bodies, our brains were not meant to go at the long, sustained periods that we do now. They do need those breaks. So take a few minutes, listen to your favorite podcast, listen to some relaxing music, take breaths. Like, I remember one of the best things that I have ever learned was from yoga. It's just like about proper breathing and doing
Mhm.
that. And I remember also, I was really, really, really big into yoga in my 20s. And then I also remember doing like a weight loss program, mid 20s, late 20s, whatever. And they were talking about the importance of breathing. And I was like, oh, no, I got it. And I would show them like how I did my breathing. And they're like, wow, you're really good at that. And I'm like, yeah, learned it from yoga. And apparently it's
Okay,
really
yeah.
good to help you with digesting your food and
Mhm.
all of that.
Breathing is
So,
huge.
and then I
Breathing
like
is essential.
breathing is essential for living, people. But
Yes, it
taking the
is.
breaths that you need and like deep breaths, calm breaths, asking yourself that check-in. Like you said, what do I need right now?
What do you need
Do I
right
need
now?
water? Do I need a snack? Do I need quiet? Do I
And
need a
I'm willing to
stretch?
bet you need a break.
Probably.
That's what I'm
Probably.
willing to bet. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that leads us to number 5. You cannot wait until January to take your break.
No, you won't make it, man.
I'm going to go all in on this. You need a break, like bigger than a Kit Kat. You need a break because it is not necessary to burn yourself out during the holidays for
Yeah.
everyone else. These holidays are for you too. You are not needing to be the sole magic maker. This is for you. And if you don't feel joyful, it's not something you can make yourself feel joyful. You
Yeah.
need something. You need to give yourself something so that you can feel rested and joyful. And that can't wait till January.
Well, and I'm going to throw this out there. This is a little bit of a squirrel, but it's in the same neighborhood at least. A lot of us do traditions during the holiday seasons, during this time of the year, from October all the way through January. We'll do things that our parents did growing up because that
Mhm.
nostalgia, it makes us feel warm and fuzzy. And then a lot of times we add new things that have to do with the new updated times. But if that stresses you out and that's causing you like all this time, I have to do it, I have to do it, I just have to push through till January. I want you to take a moment, and this is something that we do say a lot here on the No Guilt Mom podcast, and realize that by your kids seeing you do that, you have the potential for setting them up to be doing the exact same thing to themselves
Yeah.
if they end up having kids later in life too, right?
Because they don't
They're
know
like,
any other way to be. They
mom
don't
did
know how
it.
to operate. Yeah.
Yeah, mom did it. Why can't
Hmm.
I do it? And it's like, oh yeah, mom did it because she like was holding on by a fingernail, man. She just could barely hang on. And we don't want our kids to go through the stress that we did. So be
Yeah.
more realistic. Be more
Yep.
realistic. Don't put everything off till January because then you're going to end up like Brie and you're going to hate January because January is nothing but cold and no holiday lights and, and a
Yeah.
negative checking account. It's awful.
Give yourself the permission to feel good now, whether that is connecting with people that you really enjoy that don't stress you out. So I just want to take off the family gatherings from that list if you feel compelled to have it. Basically,
Yeah.
it's not a relaxation activity if you feel like you have to do it.
Yeah.
Say no to the volunteering you do. If you find your stress levels are pretty insane right now, you do not have to take that extra volunteering slot. You don't.
Nope. Just because it's there doesn't mean you got to do it.
You're the best mom is a happy mom. And happiness cannot be faked. It cannot be manufactured. You actually need to give yourself what you need to get the happiness.
Yeah. Yeah. So hopefully you got a lot out of this episode. I'm going to guess a lot of our listeners were able to say yes to one or more of those 5 holiday mistakes that they have done. And I want you guys to know that you're not alone. We all do it. And that really being aware of it and having those intentional mindset shifts where you're able to realize that, okay, my body, whatever all of me is telling me, I need to take a break. I need to slow down. And that doesn't mean that you're less than, doesn't mean that you're ruining anything for anyone else. Tell that people pleaser to sit down and zip it.
Well,
Or sit outside
according
the
to the
body.
people pleaser thing, you can't tell it to sit down and zip it, but you can validate it with what it
Okay.
needs.
Okay.
You can say, you matter. I got this. I'm in control right here. Do not worry. The things that you're worried about will not happen because I got this. And the people pleaser could just stand by the side and kind of like nudge you if like you need to do some people pleasing. Not all people pleasing's bad, but yeah,
Yeah.
validate it, tell it what it needs, give yourself what it needs, and have a very, very happy holiday season. We are here for you when you need us. Remember, the best mom is a happy mom. Take care of you. We'll talk to you later.
Thanks for stopping by.
If you'd like to support the show further, you can share episodes with your loved ones, leave a positive review, or follow us on social media at No Guilt Mom. You could also show your love by visiting our amazing podcast sponsors. We have a link in the show notes.